any surface level to deep research on the 14th Amendment, Section 1 shows what the plans were was to grant citizenship to the children of slaves whose parents did not have a nation, right? They were brought here against their will, obviously. Every bit of research shows that any parents who are foreign nationals would not be able to give birth to a citizen in the United States.
Yep, you're exactly right. And we feel confident that when the Supreme Court takes this exact issue, because what they ruled on today wasn't necessarily birthright citizenship, but they will be bringing that in to the fold come October time, and then a ruling next year about this particular issue. But what we needed was this decision today to really level the playing field in our judiciary to say a district court judge cannot issue a universal or nationwide injunction to prohibit the president from executing his constitutional authority. The last time I checked, we are the United States of America, not the United District Courts of America, and they are not going to be able to hamstring the president of the United States from doing his constitutional authority. Today's 6-3 overwhelming majority decision was a decision that's not just going to impact this president, but every president for the history of this nation will now have the precedent set by this Supreme Court that rogue activist judges cannot do what they've been doing under this president. The last numbers I'll give you, this president has had to endure about 40 nationwide injunctions in about 6 months. Obama and Bush combined less than 15 in their 16 years of service as president combined. Absolutely atrocious.
Well, you don't have to be a legal scholar to understand that. And that's what Amy Coney Barrett put in the majority opinion. There are 9 Supreme Court justices, not 300. Okay, that's pretty basic. District judge, right? Keyword district. And you have Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries saying, well, this is going to let the president act like a king. No. The Supreme Court makes nationwide rulings, not a district court.
You're 100% right. And for so long, the media narrative, even one of the questions today in the briefing room to the president was, is this not going to give you more power? And they're trying to make it that the constitutional crisis is on the president in this case, on the executive. No, not at all. The constitutional crisis was flatly at the feet of the judicial branch, in which they were trying to strip the power away from their co-equal branch of government, which is the executive branch in this situation. The constitutional crisis was never brought on by the president. It's always been by the radical justices or judges of these, not that many, about 5 states were the ones that are putting together these nationwide injunctions. These were 5 powerful district court judges that were acting so rogue outside of what the Constitution allowed them to do. Today, the Supreme Court issued one of the largest rebukes, I think, in the history of the Supreme Court, saying enough is enough. We need to restore law and order. We need to restore the rule of law in our judicial system. And that's exactly what happened today with this ruling.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.